Hello, friends. Welcome back to Living Peace Yoga. I am Sean. We are going to do a nice flow today that reflects what's happening outside, which for us Michiganders, it is actually sunny, the snow has melted, and we are going into our thaw period, which is when the birds come out and they are chirping and the sun is out and it just feels like new life. Uh, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Some new life um, or releasing beauty, which is getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. Friends, if you are liking the content that is being put out on this channel, please subscribe to the channel, but also hit that thumbs up button so that we can bring more content your way. But in the meantime, we're going to hop in and do some yoga. But before we do, I'm going to have you grab a blanket for the beginning portion of our class. Or practice, and then also either a bolster or a pillow of some sort for our Shavasana. This is just going to be a 20 or 25-minute practice, but just enough to give us a boost for our nice sunny day today. Okay, friends, we're going to take that blanket and we're actually going to place it under the hips just to give us some more padding. You'll see why with a pose that we're going to do here in just a bit. Place those hands on the knees, rock those hips back, gently slow the shoulders down the back. And we're going to come to the breath. Closing the eyes, starting to filter out the thoughts that may try to impede their way through. But just for about 20 minutes, we're going to stay in this place of stillness. The eye of the storm. Everything else can be occurring outside of our space right here, where we are completing our self-care, but also giving some time to the Lord in return. So we're going to take a few more breaths here. Good. Place that left hand down to the mat next to you. We're going to take the right arm and bring it up, straight up, dropping that left shoulder down. We're going to reach the right hand over across to the left side of the body. Good. And then we're going to sweep that down onto the right side of the mat, bringing the left hand up straight and then reaching it on over to the left side, right side of the mat. And then we're just going to flow through that a few times at your own breath pace. Maybe a little faster is what your body needs today, and that's fine. But you go at the pace that you need to. Of course, breathing with the movement. Feeling the left and the right side body stretches as you reach over to the opposite side. Good. Feeling that flow, starting to warm up a little bit. Good. And when you find a good stopping point, we're going to meet together, back, hands on our knees. We're going to extend our legs out into a V formation. Still sitting on that blanket that's providing some additional padding, and you're going to find out here in just a moment why it will feel so yummy. I love the pose we're about to do. So go ahead and take a big deep breath in, arms up overhead. We're going to exhale right between the legs, straight down, folding at the hips into a nice forward fold. Good. Of course, allowing ourselves grace since this is our first forward fold in this practice. Good. And then we're going to come back up to center. We're going to turn both hip points towards that left leg, taking a nice deep breath, hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Good, and then coming back on up to center. We're going to turn both hip points now towards that right leg. Big deep breath in, raising those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out over the right leg. Of course, just bending at the hip. And just to your edge. You don't need to pull yourself forward or make yourself go deeper than what's comfortable. Definitely don't want to hurt yourself in practice. Good, and then come back up to center. Okay, we're going to take our right foot. We're going to bring it on the inside of the left thigh. I'm going to scooch back a little bit so that my entire right shin is on my blanket. And then we're going to leave the left leg extended out in front. We're going to take the right hand and we're going to place it next to our right thigh, I guess it would be, or right hip. And then we're going to use our left heel and our right shin to come up onto that right leg. Left foot pointed up, left hand extended up towards the heavens. Good. And then come back on down, sit down. We're going to take a big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Place that right hand to the side of the right leg, coming up onto the right shin, pointing those left toes up, left leg extended out straight, left hand up to the heavens. Good, and then back down onto the bum, bringing both hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Good. We're going to try that on the other side. So go ahead and extend that right leg out. Bring the left leg in. And again, if you need to adjust your blanket so that the entire left shin is on the blanket, it just provides some additional padding so that when we're moving up into that pose, your knee is nice and protected with that extra padding. So whatever feels comfortable for you. Some people do it with no blanket, so you don't have to have it if you don't want it or if it doesn't feel good, but it's there if you need it. I prefer to use it. All right, we're going to come up onto the right heel using that left shin. So place that left hand by the left hip. We're going to come up onto that left shin, extending that right leg out high or out straight, toes pointed to the heavens, right hand extended up. Good. And then we're going to come back down onto our bums. Inhale, both hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Awesome. Feels so good. Okay, one more time. Take that left hand, extend it back behind the left hip, coming up onto that left leg, Extending the right leg out long, pointing those hips forward, and extending the right hand up straight into the air. Good. And then bringing that bum back down. Both hands up overhead as we inhale, exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Good. Still seated on the blanket, bring both feet in together. We're going to clasp the feet with both hands. We're going to sit in cobbler's pose here, so letting those knees fall to the side. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Letting that go. Good. We're going to complete that same flow that we just did, except we're going to move from side to side. Now, you don't necessarily need to keep up with me, but I will move through the first time slowly so you can kind of get the flow. And then, of course, once you get the flow, you can move through at your own breath pace with the movements, okay? And I will do the same. We are going to start with our right leg extended out. So extend out that right leg, toes pointed to the heavens. We're going to bring that left foot into the right thigh. Place that left hand down by the left hip. We're going to come up onto that left leg. Right hand extended up. Right leg extended out straight. Good. And then bring that bum down. Big inhale in. Exhale. Forward fold it out. Good. Come back up to center. We're going to change sides. So bring that right leg in. Extend the left leg out. Place that right hand next to the right thigh. We're going to come up. Oh, I need to adjust onto my blanket a little better. And if you need to too, that's fine. Come up onto that right leg. Pressing those hips forward. Left leg extended out. Left hand up to the heavens. Good. Bring that bum back to the mat. We're going to extend both hands up overhead as we inhale. Exhale. Forward fold it out. Good. Coming back up to center. And now we're just going to flow through that. So now back to the opposite side. We're going to take that right hand, place it next to the right hip. We are going to, left hand next to the left hip. We're going to bring that right hand up, right foot extended out, coming down, extending both hands up overhead as we inhale, exhale, forward fold. Coming back up to center, we're going to take that left foot, extend it out, bring the right leg into the left foot, right hand to the right hip, coming up onto that right shin, left leg extended straight, and our left hand extended up. Okay, you know what to do, and we've been through this movement a few times, so go ahead. We're going to move through it about 3 times, and then we'll meet back here in simple seated. So go ahead and arms up overhead, exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Good. A little less cueing this time. Right hand down, up on the right knee. Left hand extended up. Good. And back down. Both arms extended up. Exhale, forward fold. Back to center. Right leg extended out. Left leg in. Left hand down. Right arm up to the heavens along with the hips. Right leg extended out straight. Good. Back down onto the bum. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good. Back up to center. One last time. Left leg extended out. Right leg in. We are going to place that right hand down. Left hand up, coming up onto that right knee. Good. Down onto the bum. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good. Slide those hands back up to center. Placing those feet together. Good. Letting those knees fall to the side. Awesome. We're going to extend both legs out straight. Toes pointed to the heavens. Big deep breath in. Arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold it out. Good. And we are going to slide ourselves back up to center. Now you can stay in this staff pose if you prefer, elongating the spine, extending the neck, really reaching towards the heavens. Or you can come into a cobbler's pose, bringing those feet together, letting those knees fall apart. Or you can just stay in simple seated, which I think is what I'm going to do. So you can stay in simple seated, hands on the knees, rotating those hips back so that you're back on the sits bones. And we're going to come to a little place of stillness. And we're going to come to the breath. So if you lost your breath, now is a good time to catch it. Some of these faster flows can really get you heated up. So we talked earlier about releasing beauty. Today is a great example of that. In my area of Michigan, we have sun, we have birds, the snow is melted. But as for us, meaning Christians, we have all of these great witnesses who encircle us like clouds. So we must let go of every wound that has pierced us and the sin we so easily fall into. Friend, I wrote this down for my quiet time a year ago now, and I have that highlighted. And I have it highlighted because it's something I still continue to struggle with. We lay those things down at the feet of Jesus, but we always pick them back up. It's our human nature. We want to fix it ourselves. We want to make it better. We think we can fix it faster than God. But friend, we can't. And many times when we pick it back up from the altar where we've already laid it, we just end up prolonging the process even more because God can't step in and do what he needs to do. But if we let go of every wound that has pierced us, then we will be able to run life's marathon race with passion and determination for the path that has already been marked out before us. Lord, God knows where we're going. He's taking you there. So we have to let go of these things so that we can run the race easily, or should I say easier. God provides relief from the bondage, friends, and the Father releases beauty in the error of sin. We don't need to feel trapped or think we have failed or hold on so tightly that we can't see the joy in our current circumstance. I do not know how much joy I have missed out on by hanging on to those things that I really should be letting go of and finding the joy in my circumstance. I have a lot of joy, friends, and I just need to look for it. Like the beautiful sun that's out today, like the chirping birds in the trees, like the melting snow. Let God break that bondage apart for you, friend. There's no one else who can do it. I've tried to do it myself. I've tried to let others help me. There's only one that we can lay it down and get back the peace and resurrection from that bondage that we need and so desperately crave. But there really is only one person we can give it to for that to happen. We're going to go ahead and move into all fours. So come up off of that blanket. We can actually just toss that to the side as we are finished with that in our practice. We're going to come to all fours, so a tabletop position. We're going to extend the right arm back, fanning the fingers, pointing that right hand towards the wall behind you. Good. Coming back up to center. We're going to take that left hand, complete the same on the other side. Extending that left hand back behind. Good. Bring that hand back up to center. We're now going to extend the right leg back. We're going to balance on that left side. And we're going to bring maybe the right hand back alongside that right leg. Good. And bring that back to center. Extend that left leg out. We're going to balance onto the right side, pulling the abdomen in, creating that long line of energy, creating that focus of balance, and then extending that left hand back alongside the left leg when you're ready. Good. Come back to center. Take those knees wide, bum to the heels. We're going to extend our arms out into a child's pose. Good. Bring those knees together. Come back up to center. We're going to come down onto our bums. We're going to extend those legs out in front. So ending where we started here, we're going to take our arms up overhead. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Bending at the hips, creating a nice straight spine. Elongating the spine. Good. Taking a nice inhale. And as you exhale, forward fold it out. Awesome. And come back up to center. We're going to scooch our bums towards our heels. Your blanket, bolster, pillow, whatever you like to use for Shavasana. Some people line pillows up. Some people use a bolster. Some people just take a blanket, roll it up, put it back behind your back. Whatever it is you use, go ahead now and pull that back behind. I'm going to bend the knees, roll back onto my bolster. I'm going to leave my feet out to the side and turn my knees in so that they're resting upon each other, tucking the shoulders down and back. I'm going to leave one hand on my abdomen, one hand on my chest. And I'm going to settle in. Again, finding the place of inner stillness. Coming to the very soft breath. Softening the muscles of the face, the jaw, the shoulders. Friends, please stay in Shavasana as long as you would like. Maybe you need a little longer today, and that's okay. Stay right where you are. But I'm going to end with this. I'll say it again. Let God break that bondage apart. And if the tears are flowing on your mat, that's a good sign, friend, that you are letting go of what you're holding on to. He can take the journey and form it into a place of humility and empathy for others. And then lastly, I also highlighted this. God promises redemption even when I have trouble letting go. So even though we don't let go, or even though we pick that circumstance back up, God promises redemption. So friend, I'm going to leave you in Shavasana a little longer. Like I said, take as long as you need. Being in that place of stillness, being in that place of breath. I appreciate you practicing with me today, friends. It's more of a blessing than you will ever know. And I will see you again on your mat next time.